Hello and welcome to another edition of ATYC, Ask the Young Cow. First of all, I'm going to do the introductions. I'm Leon Street and he is.
I'm Jack Rogers.
And each week, every Wednesday, we bring you live, complimentary, free, of charge, advice, value, all to do with internet marketing and digital marketing, all stuff to grow your business, small business online. Whether you're a startup business, an established business, or whether you're turning over 100,000 or 20 million, this show is for you. So, as I said, every Wednesday, 1 p.m. UK time, that works out to around about 8 a.m. Eastern Standard Time in New York. So, you go and do the maths and work out what time you need to be watching. Right then, so today's topic, what are we talking about, Jack? Let's fire that off. So, today we're talking about conversion rate optimization. And so, really, this is an important topic, especially if you are doing internet marketing campaigns. It will get you or make you the difference between really being successful or just being mediocre in your business when you're doing your campaigns. It's an important part of your marketing strategy. And so, what I'd like to do is jump into trusty presentation, which has worked first time around today, Jack. Wow, wow, wow. So, I'm going to let you tell the listeners and the viewers what conversion rate optimization is.
Okay, so conversion rate optimization. So in internet marketing, conversion rates or conversion optimization, conversion rate optimization is the method of creating an experience on a website or landing page for a visitor with the goal of increasing the percentage of visitors that convert into customers. So it's not just about getting them onto the landing page with your ads, it's about how you convert them from that landing page.
Cool. So, what is the key formula at the bottom of this then, Jack?
So the key formula would be higher conversion rate equals better ROI. So higher conversion rate equals better return on investment.
Great. Okay, so hopefully what you're getting from the graphic is we're showing you here an example of a web page where we're pulling in data, we're analyzing the data from our different channels. So whether it's an e-commerce website, whether you got traffic coming from Twitter and so on, and then the graphic is showing you how you basically tweak and configure what's going on with your website. If you're tuning in from Periscope, welcome to the show today. Remember, you can catch us on youngcow.co.uk/ATYC. We're live right now on Google Hangouts. And so we're talking about conversion rate optimization and how this can help your business grow online. And so if you're watching us on the presentation on Hangouts, obviously you're getting the full presentation with all the graphics. So if you're watching on Periscope, jump on to youngcow.co.uk/ATYC. Right, so we're going to move forward. And what I want to look at here is what does it mean for you, or does it mean for your business conversion rate optimization? It's about increasing the percentage of leads or visitors to your landing pages that convert based on specific actions. And so it could be either you want people to check out and buy things from your website, or actually maybe you want them to fill in a lead form. And so it's all about whatever your KPIs are, your key performance indicators are set against whatever actions you've got in place on your website. It's all about how you get more bang for your buck, how you get more money out of the investment you've already put into your marketing. That's what conversion rate optimization is. And so from my point of view, it's a really key critical point of view. And we have got a nice graphic coming up. And if you're watching us on Periscope, I am going to give you a preview. But for those on Hangout, I'm going to let Jack talk you through what we're seeing on the screen here.
Okay, so this slide is showing you how to get more from your existing campaigns. So what you can see on the screen is an example of something called A to B split testing. Now this means that you don't have to create a completely new landing page. If you know you get visitors to a page, it's about getting them to convert and increasing your conversion.
Yeah.
So on the first one, this is landing page or sales page A, and you've got 100 visitors to that page, and 23 of those visitors buy your £100 product. So this means your total revenue will equal around £2,300.
Yeah.
Now, if you create another variation of this landing page, variation B, and you get the same amount of visitors, 100, and 11 people buy your £100 product, you get a total revenue of £1,100.
Okay, Thank you for that explanation, Jack. Now, here's the important thing. So, we're talking about conversion rate optimization, and we're trying to explain to you guys what is so important about it. How do you get more from your existing campaigns? Well, let's check the maths on this one. So, Jack's just taking you through for those watching us on Hangout. Those on Periscope, obviously, get a bit behind the scenes. Here it is. So, imagine you already get 100 visitors to your website. We're not saying to you go out and get 200 visitors. We're saying with whatever traffic you've got already, you can start to perform conversion rate optimization tests where you split test A and B variants. So one landing page against another landing page. Now, here's the really important thing. If you're not investing any more into your marketing strategy and you're simply increasing the conversion rate of what you've got already, you could effectively double your return on investment just by tweaking things with what you've already got rather than going out and spending on getting more traffic and not really growing the conversion rate or the actions that you've got from people coming onto your website. And so this is massive. What I'm going to do now, guys, if you are watching us on Periscope, I need you to jump onto the live hangout. Go to youngcow.co.uk/ATYC. We'll catch you soon on Periscope. We're signing out, but we're going to continue on the Hangout Live. Take care. So, as we were explaining, if you've got traffic already, but you can increase conversion rate, it simply means that you don't have to invest any more into your marketing, but what you do invest in is how to tweak things to get better conversion. So, whether it's people buying or whether it's people filling in a contact form, whatever your call to actions are and what you're testing as your kind of conversion rule, this is what we want you to focus on. And so this graphic is simply to explain that. Now, here's where you start. So I want to, first of all, I'm going to jump back to screen so you guys can see us in the office. Have you got the book, Jack? Here's our prop. So there you go. There you go. So You Should Test That by Chris Goard. So this book, I recommend you go out and buy it, especially if you're into internet marketing, you have, I don't know, a web-based business, or whether or not leads coming in from your website is an important factor in how you grow your business and generate revenue or income. If it is, check the book out. Where is it? It keeps hiding it. I want you to hold. So you got to be like one of those girls on like a quiz show. There you go. See the shine. There you go. You Should Test That by Chris Goard. Okay, so check the book out. This is all about conversion rate optimization. Thank you very much, Jack. I want you to go out and check that, because what I'm going to explain now on the next slide is all to do with this book. And when you read the book, you'll find out more about what it explains and how you can improve the conversion rate on your websites and what you do on your landing pages. So let's jump back into our presentation. So let me introduce to you the lift model. Now you'll find out all about the lift model from the book You Should Test That, available on amazon.co.uk or .com, whether you're in UK or abroad. Check it out. And so this model is basically used to analyze pages and identify conversion blockages, basically how you can improve conversion. So here's where you start. You start to look at what is your value proposition that you're offering. So this is the vehicle that provides the potential for your conversion rate. It is also the most important factor of the 6 featured items in the lift model right here. So value proposition, what is it that sets you apart? What is it that you're offering the person when they come to your landing page? So what is it? What is it that's going to take them over the finishing line to actually commit to wanting to either buy your product or fill in a form so that they opt in, or submit a form that gets them to email you, which you can then follow up on? What is the value proposition that you're offering? Does it outweigh all of the other things that's probably going on in their mind as potential objections as to either checking out and buying or filling in your form? Look at relevance as the next point. Point 2, does your web page deliver on what the prospect expects? Does it match their needs and feelings? So if they've come from Google AdWords, from an ad that is talking about plumbing, does the landing page talk about plumbing, or does it talk about plumbing parts that they're looking to buy? Make sure it's relevant. Point 3 is clarity. How easy is it that your value proposition is communicated to the person viewing the web page? Is it a picture? Is it text? Is it video? Make sure it's easy for people to see. And as it says there, look at the eye flow. So how people go from one element on the page and scroll down if it is a longer page, just to make sure that the flow is there and that the call to actions are in the right places. And as you can see on the book, sometimes it's just a matter of, is it the right color, green or yellow? Is that the color that's going to get them to check out? And you can only do this by starting to do split testing, which we'll get onto in a moment. What we're looking at here is the lift model to identify where potential blockages are for conversion. Look at urgency. How are you matching the visitor's internal urgency and creating external incentives? Is there a time-based promotion? So, for example, maybe you've got a sale that lasts until 12 p.m. tonight. Maybe you've got a sale that lasts until a specific date. Maybe you have a close-off date for people opting in. Maybe you have a limit to how many people can get an offer. So this is all about urgency and will drive people into making a decision because they probably don't want to miss out on this great value proposition that you're giving them. Look at distraction. Is your website content diverting visitors away from your primary goal? Maybe on your landing pages, you need to get rid of your main menu and other links that allow people to go other places on your website. Maybe you just want to keep them focused so there's less distraction and there's more relevance and the navigation and the user interface is guiding them to the action that you actually want them to take. Point 6, anxiety. So what elements on the page could be creating uncertainty of your prospects about taking action? So this could be maybe you have a product you're talking about and then further on in the page or even close to the top, wherever it is, you're then talking about another product that you have to offer and then maybe another and another. And what they always say is that a confused mind will always say no. So keep it focused. Just give them one action that you want them to take. That way you'll get either a yes or a no, and now you can start to drill down on decreasing those conversion blockages. So hopefully you're getting this. The lift model is a great way to analyze your web pages by using these 6 points and starting to identify where the blockages could be. So then let's move on. What's involved? I'm going to go back to screen on the camera. Okay. So hopefully by now you're probably getting a bit more information about conversion rate optimization. The lift model is a great model to use, especially if you're looking at how you improve your conversion. I think that was my phone saying it, Adrian. So use those 6 points. But what I want to talk about next is what is involved. So you've done your analysis by using the lift model. Now you need to make some changes. But how do you go about making these changes? Because you can't do it based on hunches. You can't do it based on, I feel maybe we should change this. You need to do it with a logical flow so that you get data from your prospects who then answer you with the results that you get from the experiments or tests that you put in place. So what I'm going to do is jump into our next slide. What's involved? Jack, run us through it. What tools are available?
Okay, so the tools available. So I'll go through the images. The graphic on the right, so landing pages. So this links in with the A to B split testing as well. So test landing pages and see which ones are working and which ones aren't and why they aren't working. Credibility. Are you showing enough on your website or landing page that creates a sense of trust with the visitor? Do they trust you in what you're selling and what you can provide for them? Testing, heat mapping, and click tracking. So this is a program where it actually monitors where most of the visitors' attention will be drawing towards.
Yeah, so multivariate testing.
So I was going to say it, but I didn't know whether to attempt to say that.
That's right. I know you style capsule can handle that. I've just jumped with my yum.
So again, A to B testing. We spoke about that earlier. So this is just about testing multiple landing pages. It could be 1, 2, or 3. It depends. This can vary between a long contact form or opt-in form and a short opt-in form. And usability, is the landing page easy to navigate for your visitor? Is it right for your target audience? Will they understand everything that's on the page and be able to perform the action that you want them to perform?
Yeah.
Behavioral targeting. So this is about I don't know how to explain this one.
This one could be, I suppose, how people communicate. So looking at, whether people respond to visual, auditory, or kinesthetic. You can also look at with behavioral targeting. It could be device-based. Maybe you're testing against iPads, iPhones, smartphones, that type of thing compared to desktop. So there's a number of things you can look at there with behavioral targeting. And then the final part is
ROI. So if you don't know what ROI is, it is return on investment.
Basically, the money, how much money are you making, or the results. So basically, what return are you generating? So if you're generating leads, you're not probably going to generate money until you've closed those leads into actual sales. If you have an e-commerce website, where you're probably getting the sales directly from the website, so therefore you can calculate the money. as in sales. And don't get me wrong, it's not really about going after the money as your primary, but let's face it, we're in business to make profit. So return on investment is about making the money. And so whether you're selling directly online or you're generating leads, return on investment is what us business owners need to be focused on. Okay, so there are a number of tools that can enable you to do this type of testing. There's some that are more in depth than others, but the key thing here is you've got a choice. So here they are. You've got Unbounce, you've got Visual Website Optimizer, 5-second test, Google Analytics Experiments, you've got Convert Experiment, Maximizer, Kissmetrics, A/B Tasty, Optimizely, the list goes on. Just to make sure that you get a full list and non-biased approach, check this link out. It is www.conversion-rate-experts.com/split-testing-software. So go check that one out. What we will do is put the link into the YouTube description box, guys. We'll make sure that it's easy for you to get to those links. Check it out. Those tools, some are free, some are not, some are worth the investment. Now, what I would say to you is that whenever you're doing split testing, you need to have a reasonable amount of traffic, especially if you're an e-commerce website or if you're generating leads, because you need to make sure that you've got enough actions being recorded as conversions in order to make sure that the split test gives you a result that you can then compare A and B to. And so most of the time you'll hear people talking about you need a minimum of 10,000 visitors per month to your website. That can be the case. It can also work on smaller numbers, so under 10,000, but you need to make sure that for under 10,000 visitors, you are getting good conversion out of your e-commerce site or whether you're generating leads. So, look at those tools. Read probably some of the testimonials. I would say probably start to look at the Google Analytics experiments and also Visual Website Optimizer. And I'm only saying that just because these are things that we've looked at here in Youngcam. So go out, check them out, go to the link and you can see the full comparison there. Okay, we're going to move forward in our talk on conversion rate optimization. Now we're going to switch back to the presentation. There we go. Shows up again. So our next slide. So at this point, you've got an understanding of what conversion rate optimization is. We've shown you an example of how it works as in the figures. We've told you how to analyze your landing pages by using the lift model. And then we've looked at what's involved as in the tools and how you go about it. Now, what I would say at this point is really, we're getting to the point where you need to start thinking about how you do this for your business. Now, if this is something that you can't do and you're not willing to really look at, but you just want to be aware of, then, speak to a company like us at Youngcam who can help you implement that into your marketing strategy and make sure that we're helping you to increase revenue. But here it is over to you. Awareness is the beginning of all change. So now that you're more aware of what conversion rate optimization is and involves, you can start analyzing things and looking at, right, where are my marketing channels? So maybe you're doing Google AdWords, maybe you've got Facebook, Twitter, search engine optimization, content marketing, email marketing, video, YouTube. That was a mouthful. Anyway, there's lots of different marketing channels. Maybe you've got offline marketing that complements your online. But the key thing is you need to be testing against original pages, so your A and your B. So your A-B split testing is the key for you to see what works and what delivers, because you might find that based on one particular marketing channel, I don't know, we can pick any of those, let's say Twitter, maybe that brings in customers that convert at 10% as opposed to Google AdWords where you get 1% conversion. Now you probably need to think about what channels do you need to invest your budget into your marketing budget. So this way, by testing your landing pages, it also gives you an indication of what marketing channel is the ones or the number of marketing channels that bring in the traffic that converts for you. So the point here is compare your marketing channels with your landing pages. Landing pages can either be dedicated or they can just be general pages like the About Us page on your website. Actually, you can split test any page on your website. The key thing here is understanding that conversion rate optimization is a metric that you can implement into your marketing strategy in order to understand how you can get more revenue back from your potential visitors, which then become customers with what you're already doing. And so once you start to tap into that and improve that conversion rate, now you can invest more into your marketing because you're in a position where you can see the landscape, but now you're going through the journey of increasing that, so keep pushing forward. Right, then we're going to wrap up now. So at this point, we're moving into our final part of conversion rate optimization, or CRO. You probably will start to see things labeled CRO. It's once you get more informed and enlightened about it, that's the acronym. So use the knowledge to enlighten yourself about CRO, test and measure if it can work in your business. You know what? It probably can if you've got the right amount of traffic and conversions happening. So with the lead forms, lead capture forms, or you've got an e-commerce website. Find out what works, what doesn't, improve on what does. Now, again, we've got some more resources. What I would say is check out widerfunnel.com, quicksprout.com. We've got a definitive guide to conversion rate optimization. And also check out caloroo.com. I think that was pronounced right. They've got an awesome free beginner's guide to conversion rate optimization. Check out all three of them. I know you're going to get a lot of value from that. So just to recap, guys, today we've spoken about conversion rate optimization. We've looked at what it is, what it means for your business. We've looked at some maths, how it can affect revenue in your business. We've looked at how to analyze pages to improve your conversion rate. We've then looked at what's involved in terms of the tools available, and then we're passing it and handing it over to you guys. Remember, this is myself, Leon Street, and this is Jack Rogers. We are here every Wednesday, 1 p.m. UK time. Ask the Young Cow. Remember the hashtag ATYC. Hit us up on Twitter, hit us up with comments on YouTube, and we'll be more than happy to answer your questions on internet marketing, digital marketing, all of those lovely, lovely things. So, thanks for watching once again, guys. Remember, catch us on YouTube once the video has archived on there. We'll catch you again soon. Take care. Bye-bye.
See you next week.